Hello, all my dear students of CA Final Full English. I hope you all are doing good. I welcome you all to this CA Final Direct Tax Full English Practical Question Batch relevant for your May 26 exams, September 26 exams and Jan 2026 exams as per the Income Tax Act 1961, which is fully updated as per the Finance Act 2025, which is relevant for your exams. So today we are going to start with this batch. Before I start with the batch, I will like to give you some brief intro about how we are going to go about with this subject, how we are going to go about with this batch, which is a very special batch innovated by us only first in India. We were the first to invent this batch around 2 years back, and it has helped students like anything. All those who have not have great exposure of questions, they have been getting the great help from this particular batch. So most of the students, what they do, they emphasize more on the provisions. Yes, understanding the provision is very important. Understanding the applicability of the provision is very important. But without doing sufficient questions, it's of no use. Unless and until you are doing sufficient questions, you will never be able to appreciate exactly how this provision is going to be applied in the paper. And believe me, after doing this batch, if you are not comfortable with the questions, your comfort ratio will increase to a great extent. That is something which I can assure you for sure. That too in very reasonable period of time, in around 35 to 40 hours, that's it. So what are we going to cover in this batch? There are some presumptions that you need to keep it in mind in this batch. First, this batch is relevant for those students who know the concepts well. If you are not aware of the concepts well, please either go and take our regular batch or exam oriented batch. You want to convert this batch, if you have already enrolled this batch and you think that you directly will do the questions without knowing the concepts, then you are at the wrong place. The primary condition to do this batch is you need to know the concepts at least. You are well aware with the concepts and now you have not done sufficient questions. What do I mean by sufficient questions? I'll let you know. So you are well aware of the concepts, but you have not done sufficient questions. So this is an ideal batch for you. But if you have not done concepts only well, I will tell you, go and convert this batch into a fast track batch. My team will help you, or convert this batch into a regular batch. First, make your concepts good. Then only it makes sense to do questions. You cannot apply questions without knowing the concepts. You need to be very well with the concept first. So I assume all the students who have taken this batch are aware of the concepts well, or they are giving their exams in the second attempt. So they have done DT once and they have not been able to clear for whatever reasons maybe. And now they want to do this batch, get exposure with the questions, and you will see the difference of the world. You will not see a minor difference. You will see a difference which is altogether a 360-degree dimension difference. After this batch, you will realize that, yes, these are the things that we were missing in our preparation. So how we are going to go about with this batch? I hope everyone is clear who is supposed to join this batch. Anybody who has done with the concept, not done with sufficient questions, can enroll for this batch. So how many questions we are going to do in this particular batch, sir? We are going to do more than 550 questions. More than 550 questions. Can you imagine? There are students who don't even do more than 50 questions in the class, even in the regular batches at many places. But here in our practical question batch itself, I am going to explain you more than 550 questions. But the rule of explanation will be as follows. First, we are going to do all the questions chapter wise. Like we are going to start today, profits and gains of business and profession as our first chapter. Then we will start assessments, income tax authority, assessment procedure, appeals and revision. Then penalties. Then after that TDS. Then after that capital gains, then after that IFOS, then after that chapter 6A, then after that set off and carry forward, like that. Then after that non-resident taxation, transfer pricing, DTAA, like that we are going to do all the chapters topic wise first. So once you are done revision of a particular topic, suppose you are done with PGBP, so you watch the lectures of PGBP questions. The rule of doing the questions will be, you will solve the questions first, you pause the lecture, solve the question, then I will come and explain you the entire question. That how you should write the answer, what is the answer for this particular question. I will explain each and every question. No questions will be skipped, don't worry. So like that, we are going to do every question chapter wise. Once that is done, once the entire syllabus is done, then at the end of the syllabus, when all the questions chapter wise are done by us, then at the end of the syllabus, we will do 8 RTPs, revision test papers, 8 mock test papers and 8 exam papers. 8 papers, total 24 papers we are going to discuss in the class. Those 24 papers also, once you're done with the entire syllabus, you can start solving first. Every question you will solve first, then you will listen to my discussion. What mistakes you have made, mark down in the book. Second time when you revise, don't make such mistakes. Again, second question, third question, fourth question, RTP 1 done, RTP 2 done, RTP 3 done, 4 done, 5 done, 6 done, 7 done, 8 done. Then MTPs, mock test papers, 8 mock test papers, then 8 exam papers. Total, we will give you exposure of 24 papers. This is over and above what we have done individually in every chapter. Like in PGBP, there are 32 questions. In capital gains, there are 33 questions. In TDS, there are around 35 questions. In assessment and all taking together, there are more than 45 questions. Assessment, penalties, income tax authority, powers, etc. all together. So after doing all these questions independently, then you will come with me and you will solve RTPs, MTPs and exam papers with me. Once you are done with all of them, then you will realize what you are missing in direct tax so far. And I can say for sure, after you are done with all these things very clearly, very precisely, more than 70% of the paper will be out of this only. How will the ICI make questions beyond this? It is very difficult to think after a particular point of time, even for the board of studies member of the ICI. From where they will frame new questions? If you are, for every provision, if you are thinking, if you are doing 2 to 3 questions on every provision, if you are able to do 2 to 3 questions on every provision, how is it possible for the ICI to think another way to find out what? To find out the new way to ask a question. It is very difficult. And therefore, you need to make sure that you follow this batch religiously. Once you follow this batch religiously, it is hardly 35 to 40 hours, not more than that. Once you follow this religiously, you will be through indirect tax. Don't worry about it. This is our question bank, which is there in front of you. These are the salient features of our question bank. It covers more than 550 questions covering past RTPs, ICI material questions, MTPs, exam papers, certain special questions drafted by me. All the questions are fully updated as per the latest Finance Act 2025. And remember, all the past RTPs are also updated as per the latest Finance Act by me. All the MTPs are also updated as per the latest Finance Act by me. All the past papers are also updated by as per the latest Finance Act by me. You don't have to do any updation. Everything, every date, every amendment, every tax rate, everything I have amended minutely from my side. 8 RTPs, 8 MTPs, 8 exam papers are there. Further, all questions in the book are segregated into 3-star, 4-star, 5-star category. You can check it over here. This is 3-star, this is 3-star, this is 4-star. So that on the day of examination, if you want to select the question for your revision, you can select them. That 4-star and 5-star questions are important. 3-star questions are very easy and less important. We can ignore on the day of examination. While studying, we will do everything. In the class, I will do 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, every question. But while you are revising, you might not get time to do everything. So that time you can segregate the question. You don't have to think much. Which questions are more important, which questions are less important. That also I have done for you all. Okay. Then all these questions we discuss in our regular batch, exam oriented batch, and also in what? Practical question batch. Okay. And wherever there is an amendment in the question bank, it means wherever there is a Finance Act 2025 amendment, I have done that bold and italics. I have bolded it, I have done italics so that you come to know this portion of the question bank is what? Is amendment. So this is what I have to say as an intro. You can go through the book once and then we will start with our first topic, that is profits and gains from business and profession. And I expect that first you revise the topic, you do the topic, you take the conceptual knowledge of the topic, then you do the respective questions. It is not necessary that you complete this batch in 35 hours. You complete this batch in 2 months. It's okay. Okay. The batch will take 35 hours only. You complete in 2 months. Bits and pieces. It's okay. The objective is after every topic you come to the question bank and you solve the questions and then you watch the lecture. That should be your idea. If you are done with the entire syllabus once, then you can directly watch the entire batch. But if you are not done with the entire syllabus, you cannot watch the entire batch directly. So that's it. You can go through the book and then we will start with our first topic. Okay.